We love hip hop.
All right.
Another day. We back at the studio, man.
Yeah.
Yo, fam.
What's up?
I enjoyed that little road trip we did last week, bro.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
We have a little break from the tour, eh?
I was lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty much more to come.
First time doing a show type thing too for me. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
yeah.
See what it is, like how the rappers do it on the stage. You know what I'm saying?
You know, get your feet wet.
Yeah.
Yo, the feedback was pretty good. I think live people were fucking with it. There was a lot of laughs, a lot of excitement,
Yeah.
especially when that one guy was coming up backwards and shit. Like people were really
Shout out to Randy Santiago, man.
Oh,
That guy is a character in its own. You know what I mean? He needs his own podcast to ask.
Straight up.
that wasn't scripted at all. That guy just like,
Yeah, he's just on the fly with it. You know what I mean? Improv.
Yeah. No, that was a really, really dope experience, man. Salute to Stone Giant, salute to Diamond Club, everybody who put that together, man.
Can of
Cans, bro. We got to do another one in 2024.
Oh yeah.
We got to take that on towel. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think the next stop is London. Yeah, the university or like the
Oh yeah, eh?
yeah around exam time.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I know.
I'm ready.
Uh-huh.
Let's get this started, man. For the Cubicle Gang on a Monday morning.
Let's do it.
Let's get some love for the whatchamacallit. Let me pull up my Spotify quick fast. Uno momento. I'm a little bit behind here. Okay, let's start it off for a nice Monday morning. We got a lot to talk about.
that's a crazy line to end off on.
Oh,
I got me
man.
I got me hype.
You gotta salute Cam on that 19 year right there.
For
Oh,
sure.
man.
For sure.
So we are Buck. It's the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most out of breath, Friday Ricky Dread.
AKA Fumbling Rick,
AKA out of breath Rick, AKA sweating Rick, AKA I'll be alright.
You know what I mean?
Episode 425, if I'm not mistaken. We over here at Utopia Records Studio. We got Dusty Wallace in the motherfucking building.
As usual, you already know you're either a friend of me or a friend of me.
Holy.
You know what I mean? It's Scary Potter. You already know I stay cooler than the other side of the pillow.
Cool.
Smoother than a baby's bottom. Johnson & Johnson. You already know. What's up, guys?
Oh, it's actually
What's up, man?
episode 426. My bad.
26,
426.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Also, B3 in the motherfucking building.
What's good? The man, the myth, the legend.
Yes.
The man behind the camera. not even-
The voice.
The voice.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, I
They see
get.
him
You
in
know, I
person.
get that. Eh? They're like, "Oh, you're the voice."
Yeah, that's
Oh,
good.
you're the voice I've been hearing the last couple episodes.
Yeah, that's good.
So wait a minute. Hold on. You get the voice thing, right?
Yeah.
Have you been recognized on road yet? Like you're walking, talking to somebody, and they're like, "Your voice sounds familiar."
Not off the blue yet. No, maybe episode 500. Maybe episode 5.
Yeah.
Episode 500.
Then,
They'd
yeah.
be like, "Yo, bro,
I keep hearing this
I
voice.
keep hearing this voice in my dreams, my nightmares." It's
I
like
hear
haunting me.
voices in my head.
One day
man.
it'll happen. One day it'll happen.
No, man. Listen, salute to everybody. You know, we back at it again. Another week of podcast madness for your head top. Before I get into it, big salute to the sponsors. You know what I'm saying? Right? We over there, sir. Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club. They got delivery all over the GTA.
Yep.
All types of flour, edibles, pens, all types of good stuff. You know what I mean? They got the little specialized bags over here too.
Yes.
Bang, bang, bang.
The half quarter bags.
You know what I'm saying? Hit them up on their Instagram page, Diamond Club _Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed website. Use the code We Love Hip Hop and you can get a discount on anything you want to order. Scene. Also, if you need some grabber, pass me that grabber right there, brother. We're back to get all. Steamin' Hot Grabber, okay? Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabber. They got all types of flavors. My favorite is the peanut butter flavor grabber, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they got the shakers and all different ways that you can get your grabber. So once again, Steamin' Hot Grabber on Instagram. Use the code We Love Hip Hop and they'll give you a discount as well. Salute to the sponsors. Oh, and you know what? I should give one more salute. Salute to iReligion, man. My glasses are a little bit dirty right here, but Big salute to iReligion. They always provide me with the glasses, fam.
Yeah.
All the glasses you see me wearing, whether it's the pink rose ones, these yellow rose ones, sometimes the big frames.
Yeah.
All iReligion. iReligion.store is their Instagram page. Yes. And you can use the code We Love Hip Hop and get $50. $50 off of a pair of glasses, okay? Any high end to like affordable glasses.
Go get you some shades, man.
Yeah, man.
Go get you some shades.
Yeah,
and they got a dope showroom over there in Montreal, man. So check them out. And they're about to expand to Toronto just now too.
They're Montreal based?
Yeah. But
okay, dope,
they're about to open a Toronto location soon.
Yep.
So look out for that. iReligion.store on Instagram.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
So
salute to Corey Hart.
Yeah. I know him personally.
There's a couple of things I wanted to get to just right off the bat. Okay. I was playing Cameron. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's no announcements as far as like shows and stuff like that. If people are listening to this in real time right now, I already went and did the hosting on Sunday night over at the show. It went great. You know, nothing went down. You're hearing my voice because we all came out alive.
Good.
I'm just playing. Man. But yeah, man. I want to get straight to it, man. I don't even want to hold back because I was playing some Cameron in the beginning. And, you know, it's the 19th anniversary of Purple Haze. Mm-hmm. But it's in perfect timing with Cam to get into a little bit of a mix.
That's how the universe works sometimes. You
know? Yeah. Uh-huh. So apparently, there's been a beef that's been brewing between, I can't even say brewing. Cameron and Melyssa Ford from the Joe Budden podcast got into an incident, right? Yes. I don't know if y'all been following along of the different things that Melyssa Ford had. She had said something on her Instagram page, right? Or sorry, not on her Instagram page, on the Joe Budden podcast.
Yes.
Okay, I'll play.
Celebrate winter's warmest.
I'll play a little bit of what Cameron's response is eventually. But what happened was they were like, you know, doing their regular show. Cameron and Mace have a show called It Is What It Is. Mm-hmm. It's a sports show. Yep. It's not a podcast. He's very adamant about it not being a podcast.
It's a sports show.
It's a sports show.
Which is funded by them.
Yeah, they came out of pocket with it. Yep. Even what Cam was saying in his rant that we're eventually going to get to, that he had started a show off prior to this that didn't work out, or he kind of left it because his mom passed, RIP to his mom.
Yes.
So he stopped paying attention to it. And then when he decided to get back at it, he had Mace on as a guest.
Yeah.
And then Mace was like, yo, let's be partners and do an actual show together.
Yeah, and he matched his 200.
Yeah, so that's how like that show came to be birthed. But they've been successful with that show.
Very much so.
You know what I'm saying? And they talk about sports most of the time, right? Yeah. But then every once in a while they get into some stories from back in the day. And they laugh and joke. They have fun.
Yep.
So they were
go.
So they're on there having some fun reminiscing from back in the days, and they were telling a story about, I guess, Cam and Mace picking up a chick from a whorehouse and Ray Tay, and I'll play a little bit of what was originally the issue. Let me see if I could find that quick fast here. Melyssa Ford.
And I want to add, your point in that conversation was valid without that.
I agree with.
Actually, you know what? Let me start from the beginning. Let me play what Cameron and Mace actually said first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly what you should do.
And for the people who've already been completely up to date on all of the drama, salute to y'all. But there's a lot of people who watch this and have no idea what this beef is about in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Guilty.
Hey, listen, that's what I'm telling you is I always we could talk about the 90s.
You can talk about the 90s.
You talk about it? When we was gangbanging bitches, was we ever passionate? I remember one time, I'm glad my man let me talk about the past. We was in a whorehouse one time, me and Murder. Me and Murder's in this whorehouse. So we left the bitch, we took the bitch out the whorehouse.
These guys can't stop laughing for their story.
Holy stash crib over there between Surf and Lennox. We brought this bitch over there. So Mace was kind of on the
Mace is dying.
way up here of his deal, but he's popping like it's about to happen. Man, you know, we still Harlem. So the bitch suck, pardon me, lady. We already talking bitch without. She's sucking his dick. So I gotta wait to get my dick sucked. Because I'm not hard yet, pause. I ain't getting hard on sucking his dick. So when he start hitting it, I go get head.
Yeah.
And so she giving me head, he hitting it from the back. And he start hitting her saying, you wasn't sucking my like that. I said, yeah, it's my nigga.
So she heard that story and she said something on the Joe Budden podcast to the degree of, well, you know, that's kind of a crazy story, but is that how the girl remembered it? And these guys are like, yo, relax, chill.
Don't be putting ideas in people's head. That girl could come back out of nowhere now.
Yeah. And then she's like, well, they were in a whorehouse, right? I'm not going to go find a clip. I'm just, you know, paraphrasing what she said. Yeah. They're like, you know, they were talking about a whorehouse. You know, whorehouses, they have, you know, there could be underage girls.
Oh, my God.
And everybody just at the podcast, hands in the air. Oh, my God. Chill, Melyssa. Like they were on her at the time.
Yeah, I know.
Right? So it wasn't like they just let it slide and, you know what I mean? But, you know, she had to eventually apologize because these guys got on air.
Yeah.
They were like, we heard what you said. Like, you might have to chill on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it didn't go too hard.
No.
But then Cameron was decided, you know what? Okay, now I got time.
Yeah, I'm going to air this out.
Now I'm going to address the shit. And even before that, he started talking about how she was smashing iced tea in the bathroom back in the days when she was a bartender.
Yeah, $2,000.
Yeah.
I remember I kind of...
So here comes Cam.
So,
Pause.
The reason I'm doing this live is just to break that down for people who didn't even understand what was going on.
Cam got his Tupac bandana style.
I was going to leave it alone, but then she said sorry, which the sorry wasn't even genuine. That shit was fake. I don't know if you convinced her to do this shit, but whoever did, that was smart, because that was, now if I sue niggas for defamation of character, I'm a sucker, right? Now if I sue y'all niggas for defamation of character, I'm a sucker.
Yep.
Well, I might be a sucker. I just might be. I don't know yet. I'm thinking.
Pause.
Pause. He said it too.
I'm thinking about being a sucker.
Wait a minute. You don't know? Cam pauses everything. Those guys are the originators of the pause, man.
These are 50-year-old men.
He caught himself on it too.
Yeah.
Him, Dame Dash, all those guys are the originators of the pause game.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pause.
If anybody get a pause correctly,
pause.
It's them niggas.
They say that shit so cool too.
I know. Yeah, pause.
They make you want to say pause.
Hold on, pause. What the fuck you just said?
So now I wake up and my man shows me Queenz Flip talking about
You getting at Queenz Flip too.
Help Melyssa Ford, none of you podcasters. Help her do what? Disrespect niggas some more? Niggas act like I'm coming for them. Every action has a reaction. You can't do what you do and just then when somebody reacts to what you do, you be like, oh, why they reacting like that?
Yeah. Thank you.
Man's taking mad time with the water and shit.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, I'm right. You gotta think about what you say.
Nobody gonna help ML Ford. Nobody gonna help ML Ford. Now this nigga here, Queenz Flip, I took this little nigga under my wing. Under my wing. Not like that everyday shit. I took a liking to day shit. I took a liking to the nigga pause. I was giving this nigga mad advice. He was podcasting. I wasn't into that shit. I'm telling him what to do, how to get sponsors.
Yeah.
Yo, oh, you got this many views, you should go do this. Oh, you got this many views, you should go do that. Oh, you should go do this. Teaching them game that I'm in a game that I'm not even in. He want to do skits. Popping up to my events. I got sneaker release. I got sneakers. He pop up to the sneaker release. Playing games. Can I do a skit? Can I do a skit? Yeah, come on, let's do a skit. I'll do a skit with the nigga. Come on, let's do a skit. Yo, can I do another skit? Yeah, come on, let's do a skit. Yo, can I wear your army jacket and stuff from the skit?
Getting petty now.
Sure, skit. Oh, yo, can I pull up with the I really mean it jacket in the skit and drive the truck like you came out and I really mean it video? Yeah. They shit.
Yeah, sure.
So she's the moderator on this, what it is. She has her own show.
So now he's talking about, I fast forwarded this because this is off my Instagram page. Follow me on Instagram. he went through like a half an hour, okay? So I went fast forwarded to him talking about his co-host of his show and how like she's a female co-host. She's like 20-something years old. Yeah. She got her own, they're about to give her own show, like 2 other shows.
Yep.
So he's using this like, yo, what are y'all doing for her, for Melyssa Ford? Because my co-host over here is popping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Called Check Out the Stat. And then she's working on a gaming show right now for gamers.
Jeez.
We empower black women, man. Young black women.
That's a shot.
Bang. The fuck is you talking about?
Bang.
You never have your own show.
Oh,
if you get your own show now, it's because I said this and niggas will give you your own show. You work for Joe Buttons.
And yo, he knows the man's name is Joe Button, but he keeps on calling him Joe Buttons.
Yeah, he's trying to push some buttons.
You went to NYU.
He's not playing checkers.
Did all this shit, and did all these videos and everywhere else, and you ended up on Joe Button's couch. Let's do this even better.
Nah, I think that's just the accent.
Let's get the receipt so it ain't no cap. It
does.
Niggas know his name is Button, bro.
No, and
other
Button.
New York niggas call him Button.
Hold on, in that last sentence where he said it made sense because it was like buttons. But the one before it should have been Button. But he said we put the S though. So
he's trying to slight him by calling him Buttons.
Yeah, pushing buttons. Like,
just some more context too.
Yeah.
He felt that Joe Button and Nori were making fun of him when he took that break. Remember I told you all about just now about the break that he took because his mom passed.
Yeah.
Right? There was a clip of Button and Nori when Nori was on Joe Button's podcast.
Yeah.
Of those guys saying, we love when podcasters fail. Ha ha ha. Yeah. We all trying sports shows, food shows, right? They were going crazy.
Yep.
And Cam caught that. He's like, y'all talking about me?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Not knowing, or I guess them not knowing that the man was grieving. He took his break because he got to deal with real life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He tried his show, he stopped it, but he heard niggas dissing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, slights.
Yeah.
Slights. I get it.
Ain't know nothing. I bet you Stat Baby make more than anybody on that show besides Joe Buttons. Let's go to the bank with it.
Right? So he's like, yo, my co-host makes more money than all y'all. He, in this same live, he also mentioned like y'all are picking up bums or washed up guys to put to sit on the couch with Joe. Like he was going crazy. Right? So Queenz Flip heard that night and said, let me respond.
I know.
In the world, you think that I'll disrespect you? You looked out and did 4 videos with me. 2 of the videos I made 50,000 off both put together. One of the videos I made 20,000. You didn't ask for nothing. Why would I diss you, Cam? It ain't me, it's you. Why would I diss you when you show my son love? Why would I diss you when you put me onto a bigger bag, Cam? It ain't me, it's you.
This kind of looks like a rap.
Cam shouted out Flip's son and mom. And not Flip.
Yes.
This is his response?
This is Flip's response that same night.
This kind of looks like he did it in like a poetic way too. Like,
oh man,
it almost sounds like a rap, bro.
Thank you so much.
No?
Flip is like, theatrics all the way through.
Like he was even like, why would I choose? Why would I diss you? And then says bars, rhymes the bars, and then why would I diss you? Brings it back.
He is.
No, but it's funny you mentioned the poetry.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to Joe Button podcast on the way here today.
Yeah.
And they've been killing him like, yo, deaf poetry, jam, all types of shit. Spoken word.
Spoken word.
Why do I feel like I should be snapping right now?
Right? Yeah. On some white underbelly,
soft white underbelly,
kind of vibe, like you. Oh my goodness sakes!
When I first started doing drugs,
why would I diss you?
Oh man, poor
Flip, man.
Because of that favor that you asked me to do, was crazy. To think that I would do that, the fact that you even asked me to do that, was crazy to me.
Yeah.
So the favor, okay? We're breaking this down today.
Yeah. We're breaking it down.
The favor, because Cameron in his rant also mentioned, yes, I asked you for a favor after doing all these things for you, putting you on, showing you the ropes.
Yeah.
I asked you for a favor. I admit the favor was a little crazy.
Yeah.
But that's how favors be.
Yeah, but what is the favor you wanted?
That's the thing. A lot of people are speculating because of the fact that Cam and Joe, Cam was feeling a way about what Joe was saying.
Yeah.
And this is just speculation. that maybe he was asking Queen's Flip to line him up.
Yeah, like open the door. Open the door, dog.
Green light.
Let me know where he's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Where's the studio?
Yeah.
Coming here to break some cameras and take shit.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Pause. Right? And Flip was just like, nah, I can't do it. And he blocked Flip after that. He blocked him on Instagram. He said he blocked his phone number.
Yeah. Everything. See if he would jump.
Like,
see if he'd be like, yo, don't do that. All right. I'll unlock the door.
What did he ask the man to do, bro? Like, this is the thing.
That's crazy.
So now,
I think it was more Melyssa Ford, maybe too. Like, let me. It could have been like, let me send two of my bitches to go beat her up. I don't know. I
no. But this is pre the Melyssa Ford thing. This is before any of the Melyssa Ford thing happened.
You're right. Maybe it was for Flip to come over to his show.
What, to be a guest?
Or maybe
just to pull up?
No, like straight. You working with us now.
That's a tall order because from the way it looks, Flip seems pretty happy. He just
that's why he
renegotiated.
It's a ridiculous favor.
Like he's up. Like no matter how much Flip, and with all due respect to Queen's Flip, he's already been a factor. People have been knowing about him. We watched The Quiet Room. His interviews have been classic. But that Joe Budden look elevated him.
Very much so.
You know what I'm saying?
Very much so.
Joe Budden gets a lot of viewers and listeners per week. Like the man does 1 million streams per week.
Easily.
Right? So being on the Joe Budden podcast is a bonus.
Yes, it is.
So I can't see Flip. I can't even see Cam asking that. Like, bro, just, take a pay cut and come over to my network.
So then what? It was a backdoor thing.
I think it was a backdoor thing, possibly, but I don't know. We're all speculating.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Nobody's actually said what happened. So I'm going to play a little bit of the Joe Budden podcast from today.
Looking at the car.
You dancing got body.
That little North Club scene going
on. 1 second.
Matchy.
I'll play it right from around here. He kind of not taken back his apology because he was kind of glazing Cam in his little Def Poetry Jam thing. Like, yeah, Cam, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to hold Melyssa. I was trying to hold Melyssa down, but, I'm not going to cross you. Like, he was kind of tiptoeing around.
Well, I kind of see where he's coming from because it's like, if you can't say something about, like, if the person's not in the room, can't say nothing about them, right? And he stands on those type of principles, right? So he's actually showing that, like, yo, I wouldn't let niggas talk about you like that.
About Cam.
Yeah. To me, that's what he's supposed to do. But I don't think it's really glazing. He's just showing his side of, like, what he feels. But that's why he can come back the next day and be like, yo, listen, now there's no more friendship. Because niggas is taking it another level.
Yeah.
So he had a chance to tell him, like, this is how loyal I am to you, but if you're gonna be moving like that, I gotta discontinue our relationship also.
Yeah.
Right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And he's supposed to kind of stand up for Melyssa, in a sense.
Yeah, well, Melyssa Ford did say some wild stuff with the whole insinuating, hey, maybe that. And Cam did respond in his long rant saying, they were actually underage ones. Like him and Mace were the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the woman was older. Besides the fact, like, Melyssa was wrong for what she said.
Very much so.
But I will say this for Cam. Cam, no matter how much I love Cam's music and how much I love Cam's character, one of the things I love about Cam's character is the not giving a
Yeah.
And
of course.
One thing we all know or learned about Cam over the years is when it comes to women, he gets kind of aggressive with the clapbacks and stuff.
I won't say it.
In my opinion.
Okay. I'd be more like standing on business when it comes to his train of thought. That's how he moves, I feel, right? Like, you can't insinuate, like, how, what was that? You sure that woman was of age, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that to a player, and especially at these times. What's going on
for sure?
What's going on to black men and all artists and entertainers? Yeah, you can't do that
right now as fuck.
Yeah, because now some lady could have just heard that and been like, "Yo, let's go get some of that Cam and Mace money."
Yeah,
Mace was down with Bad Boy. Boom, let's go.
Ooh, what kind of freak off did Mace see? Why did Mace leave so quick?
Exactly.
Went right to the church.
Gone.
Yo.
Right. So it's
we
like,
might have unhatched something else in that whole Bad Boy thing mystery.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, that's why Cameron got to come around and be like, yo, what the you talking about? You know what I mean? We were the ones underage, if anything, you know? And so now that right there, if there was a woman brewing up something, they just got shut down because they're like, oh shit. These niggas just admitted they were underage ones. Damn, I can't come out. I'll be the one getting charged, right?
Yes. So
she did something where she kind of set up a narrative where if they were like guilty or innocent, you know what I'm saying? You made motherfuckers look bad.
Yes.
At that one moment. So, and I seen how the men reacted in the room, like, yo, that could be us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially Joe doesn't have the best track record neither.
Exactly. How do we know they're not all running trains on her?
Well, let's chill.
Like you.
Well, because they're grown-ups, man.
Yeah, they're grown-ups, obviously.
And they all got their own relationships and stuff going on.
Exactly. But like, see now, someone could think that and then paint their own narrative.
Yeah.
And then someone puts it out there.
But she'd have to also give off that impression.
But that's what she but that's what she did to them. She painted a narrative.
Yeah. But I'll give you some pushback on her painting that narrative, even though I'll never say that she was right for adding those extras. But these niggas are telling a wild story in a wild time too. They got to take some accountability for that, fam.
Exactly.
Like Cam should have never even got to telling that story about like I wish we could talk like the 90s. You know what, Cam? Right now you can't. You can't. you can't, bro.
You gotta hold.
You could wish, but just don't.
Yeah, some things you just gotta tuck away now.
Because even the fact that we're here in the first place, yes, I understand it's because Melyssa Ford went extra with her analysis of the story, but it's because there was a story to analyze in the first place. What are you telling these crazy stories on your sports show in the first place, fam?
Yep.
Get to the sports. Tell me what LeBron did.
See, but that's the thing. That's locker room talk.
Okay.
That's what they were doing. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't want to be the woman panderer or whatever, but some locker room talk gotta stay in the locker room, bro.
I know.
Like, come on, fam.
Can't be on the bench with it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know homeboy said, grab him in the pussy and whatever, and that's supposed to be locker room talk. And he became president anyway, right?
Yep.
With Donald Trump.
Yep.
But that don't fly for everybody. Like my mom used to say, cat luck ain't dog luck.
Whoa. That's a big one.
That's old time talk, bro.
That's some old time
cat luck ain't dog luck, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Cam and them could say that story and people look at it different.
Yeah.
Trump could say, grab him in the pussy, and they'll be like, whatever.
He loves fat pom-poms.
Yeah, let's vote for him anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But black man, you can get canceled. It's just unfortunate that a black woman was helping to push the cancellation.
Sometimes now that's where it's coming from, though. That's exactly where it's coming from. It's coming from within our own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, Joe did have some things to say also about the thing that Cam was saying to him. I'll play a little bit of that.
Let's hear that.
Let's stay with Mel as well.
Oh, my bad. I went right past where Joe was going off on it. 1 second.
Goof Mel. Whole time it been niggas got relations at the end of the day. You niggas be and I'm crazy. The cheat.
Let me just stop. Y'all go check Joe for the rest of his rant, yo. But Joe, he wasn't trying to have that, man.
Yeah, and he's right for like, you gotta hold down your people sometimes, man. Even though they could, whether they're right, whether they're wrong, whether they're right or wrong, you still got their back, right?
That's one of the people on his show. That's fam. Like, yo, any of us could go on and say some wild shit over here on our microphones here. I'm gonna hold you down, fam.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to you behind the scenes if you're wrong and be like, yo, you might not wanted to say that, but like in the public, I'm not gonna be like, oh, Dusty Wallace, how could you have said that? Like, nah, bro, you're my brother, and you were here with me on the network. Riding.
That would show weakness if you were doing that out in public, though.
Hell yeah!
And that's when they can infiltrate. You know what I mean? And that's when it starts. So if they're trying to get through to Joe through a bitch, they tried Mel, and it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Sorry to call her a bitch, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
And them niggas is smart too, but you're up against Joe Budden, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you got to think now, strategic. You can't just be coming woofing on the net with him like that.
Yeah.
Because he'll get you like this. You know what I'm saying? The next day, get to the stool and just stew something up on your ass.
And those guys pot a lot. So
yeah.
Listen, man, I feel that in the end of the day now, it's basically on Cam's side to see how they handle their response. Right? I think the best move, if I was Cam's manager or his PR people, handle it diplomatically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mace say something too. I know they're like, yo, Mace don't give a murder, don't give a maybe give a you know what I'm saying?
I haven't heard Mace say too much.
Well, fam, like, they still told a wild story. I still say that. They told a wild story. So you can't be standing on the hill for like, let us tell these crazy stories. Like, yeah, have your locker room talk, but like, don't die on the hill of your train story, fam.
But Shannon Sharp said something about Brittany Renner the other day. He said he would spread her like a eagle. Like, this guy, like, you gotta watch what you're saying right now, man.
These guys be going wild on those sports shows, fam. Like, when are they talking about sports, fam?
You gotta think about it. It's sports, it's money, and it's fame, and it's women. That's all they know. Like,
what that got to do with Steph Curry's jump shot? Like, come on, fam.
Well, the thing is, it's a bravado. It's a manly thing, right? It's locker room talk. It makes we're natural hunters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So men can get caught up sometimes in a story and start laughing and giggling like two little boys. And that's what it looked like with Cameron and Melyssa.
The man couldn't even tell the story without laughing, bro.
Like, bro.
Calm down.
I fuck with them, man. I fuck with them because it brought them back. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to see those two back because they were at war for a while.
Decade.
Right?
Yeah.
So some people don't like to see that. Two brothers get back together and you know what I mean? Kick it off.
Trains?
Oh man, but they were running trains before before they split apart. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of, they're not really supposed to do that too. You know what I mean? So
the train running?
Yeah, in a sense.
Let's get off of these guys. Pause.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And just have a little side topic here.
Okay.
Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, DiamondClub_Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app, as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Cheer!
Trains.
Yeah.
I have not partaken in a train in my past, okay?
Okay.
And I think I publicly said this, I don't think it's a big deal. And I don't have nothing against anybody who has. It's just that that's a wild thing to me, fam.
I've heard people say it's almost borderline homosexual. You know what I'm saying? Like, if, now if you're a performer and you're in like movies and you know what I mean? You're in corn.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit different.
Yeah, but we're talking about mandem in the hood. And listen, there's enough mans who watch this show who are like, what are you talking about? So what? Mandem, the battery is soft, fams. To me, it's not, bro. Like, to me, that's kind of gross.
There's a difference, right? Because the battery now is it's like, let's just say a production line, like one person after the other.
Okay, and if I'm second, I'm already grossed out. My dick's not gonna get hard because I'm second.
Well,
I have to be first or only.
You gotta.
Maybe that's just me.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like you got to be a real horny dude to really be third, fourth, or fifth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like on both sides, like the shorty, like you're a mutt. You're a mutt. To be like, I like just 7 dicks one at a time. Like, you're gross, shorty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for any of the girls who are out there who are like, well, I like trains. Like, you're gross.
Yeah. Pretty
I'm judging you.
Yeah, very much so. I'm smutting you.
Sometimes
slamming you out.
This is the problem, though. Society, we're so anti-judgment that everybody's just gone crazy. Nah, fam, I'm judging you. You're nasty.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying?
But then if it's like, now if they could erase that and then come around and then try to be like, I've never done that. That's when you're fucked as a man, right?
Well, listen, fam, this camera phones, back in the days when I was younger and, guys around me were running the battery or the trains or whatever, whatever you want to use the term.
Yeah.
There was no cameras around like that. And man didn't have cameras in the phone.
True.
I'm sure now in these days and time, these young bucks are filming their batteries.
Yeah, they have to.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you want to make sure it's like
you got evidence. Yeah, it's all consensual.
Yeah. It's all consensual.
No, I don't know. Maybe, but I think a lot of these dirtbags are watching it back and reliving it.
Oh my goodness sakes!
I'm sorry, gang.
Because if you could get naked in like a room full of man and one gal, that's mad. That's kind of mad still.
Fire.
You have to be a real horn dog. You have to be a real horny guy, bro.
I'm sorry, gang. Like, I feel like I'm offending a lot of people, or we're offending a lot of people by saying this. Because there's enough mans all over the GTA, ends to ends, who are like, yo, I just did a battery last night with the man them. You're gross.
But that's why you're like, yo, come on, my thing's burning me. Or, because there's mans that are probably going to try to slide in there with no Jimmy hat. Because they're like, yo, I can't do this with...
I'm not turned on. I'm the fourth one.
Yo. Kind of weird still.
Yeah, listen, fam. I just want to put that out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of battery talking and all that talk. Like Cameron and Mace keying about it.
Yeah,
he's the pause master, fam. But how are you smashing a freaking chick with your homie then? Isn't that pause?
Yeah,
that's a whole pause suit,
that's a
bro.
whole pause.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna interject here.
Talk to me.
What if? Okay, so this is how you feel about batteries, right? And trains. So this is multiple guys and then a girl. But what if it was just a simple threesome?
What? 2 girls and a guy?
2 girls and a guy. Right? Or 2 guys and a girl. Is it still as
2 guys and a girl's a battery?
Is it?
It's the double standards in.
When you say battery, I'm thinking like multiple guys.
Yeah, I'm saying production line.
The double standard
more than 2.
With 2 girls and a guy,
yeah,
that's the threesome.
Okay.
But because of double standards, and double standards exist, it's just the way of life.
Yeah.
2 guys on a girl, that's a battery.
That's a battery. Okay.
It doesn't make it like,
or
listen,
it's a choo-choo train.
It's a train. It's a train. Train and battery are the same thing. You know that, right?
No, battery is a production line, one after the other.
Same as a train.
I'm thinking like there's like a difference in numbers.
So what you
like a train is
3 makes it okay. And let's just establish this. I don't know. We're establishing some wild things today. But to me, battery is just Toronto slang for train.
Pretty much.
Right?
Shabatri Dali.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I guess if you guys want to get really technical with it, then 3 guys would make it a battery or a train.
Yeah, because when you hear battery, you don't think like minimal numbers. You're thinking big numbers. You're thinking like, this is a community thing.
Yeah, bus is pulling up.
That's what I'm thinking, bro. Like this is a community thing, you know? Like, everybody like open house, you know?
Like you're at a party and everybody's waiting outside the bathroom.
That's crazy.
You know, and it's like a lineup of, it's like a production line. That's what
I think. You know? Once you get to 3, we're getting into battery or train territories.
So with that being said, a threesome, is that like still outlandish and like?
Listen, my vanilla old ass is probably like, yes. I still think 2 guys. It's technically to me or would be a train or a battery.
Yes,
but you can. It's on a sliding scale. Let's say, right? You can still consider that in the threesome zone or whatever.
Yeah.
To me, I'm still not fucking with it, bro.
I get you.
Not to say that. Listen, I've had a past too. I was a young guy running around here smashing a bunch of chicks or whatever. Yeah. I've been in a scenario where there was a next man in the room. Right? I wasn't too with it though. Like I don't like that, fam.
You're watching me.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, smash that, B.
I just don't like it,
kill
fam.
That.
You know what I'm saying?
He's being a cook.
I feel like mans them really push the goalpost. It's cockery, fam.
No, but like if mans are just sitting there watching, that's different.
But it's the same thing if you're running a train or a threesome or whatever. Yeah. It's still the same, fam. Like you're gonna go smash the same thing that I'm smashing. That's cockery.
Man's like, yo, you done yet?
Like, yo, you're not gonna. How long is it gonna take you to bust your nut? Pause, bro. Like, cause like you want to get in, like, fam. There's too much different equations going on. That's maybe that's just been me. I've been known to be over the years when I was growing up one of those lover boy types. Like, oh, he cuffed her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but were they battering her?
Yeah, that's fam. I've been the guy, bro. Like, I'm not gonna be. I'm not. Okay. There's no shame where niggas is smutting her. And I end up being like, nah, fam, like she's kind of cool.
I get you.
And I'm smashing her more than once and linking up with her like
another man's trash is another man's treasure. Kind of.
I don't want to see it like that because it makes me look like a real simp.
Well,
but I've simped in the past.
Okay.
And then went on the complete other end, like because of the simping, like I had to go hardcore, like you know what I'm saying?
Gorilla.
You seen those memes where it's like, when one guy out of the group falls in love with the thing, and then
I've done it.
It's like they go in and out of the room, and then the last guy comes out of the room, and he's like, "Nah, I got her. That's it. She's with me. She's with me. That's it, guys."
Yeah, it's over now.
Was me.
You guys can't do that. Can't do this no more.
And not in that scenario. Like I'm not gonna cut the battery off and be like, no more, guys, no boss. Right? But like I'm saying, like I've talked to the girl who has been smashed by a bunch of the guys before, and be like, but she ain't half bad, and the pussy's kind of good. So like. She's mine now.
It's a lot of energies though. It's a lot of energies.
It's a bad idea.
Because it's a lot energies. Women carry energy.
You're constantly worrying about like, who else is she smashing?
Right. She's blacks out drunk and just
red flag there. She's okay with giving it to the man then while you're there. That's a problem.
Yeah. You're constantly trying to keep the shield up. Like no more dicks, just mine. Like no, fam. Like it's gonna happen.
No,
bro.
they're addicted.
Man's are just trying to get it from all angles.
He won't even see it coming. They know all types of tricks.
You're trying to cuff it, bro. You can't, bro.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's a super side topic. There's some more things. Listen, there's no top 6 this week and all that. We getting straight to
the point.
Bacchanal, effery, all of that good stuff that people are looking for. Okay.
All of it.
I'm gonna skip Crip Mac going to jail, and then we're gonna circle back over to that. Okay. Because that's a big deal. Crip Mac is a big deal in the whole no jumper universe, okay? So we're gonna get back to that, but we're gonna get to
that no jumper news.
Yeah. We gotta get some no jumper news in.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
But Adam 22 stuff.
Oh my gosh, Lena.
Our favorite junkie has been arrested again. Kodak Black. Okay?
Oh man.
Kodak Black got arrested for yayo once again.
Oh gosh.
I think I posted that on my Instagram page.
Yeah, man.
Right, Kodak Black arrested for cocaine.
Seen a post with all of his mugshots. There's like 20 of them or something.
It's crazy.
Trump needs to make
a compilation of
those. No. He needs to make Kodak great again.
Oh,
but he can't do nothing for him, fam. He ain't president.
Nothing for him right now.
Yeah, no.
And Biden ain't gonna bail him out. So
like keep that enter there.
So it says here, rapper Kodak Black, also known as Bill Capri, finds himself behind bars again following an arrest in Plantation Wednesday. There's a place called Plantation? That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Wednesday on charges of possession of cocaine and tampering with physical evidence.
Yeah.
Black is scheduled to appear before a judge on Thursday afternoon. It's not his first encounter, blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing. A whole bunch of other stuff sparked off of this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Salute to BFR Bundog. He posted about it. Bundog became a news network on his Instagram.
Yeah, I know. He's going in.
He just posts like meme content sometimes and stuff. Like
keeps him active till he drops his album.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep.
But apparently one of Kodak's artists, let me see this guy's name, Lil Crip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He took some shots at Pressa and Bundog. Right? With all of this stuff going on. And let me see, what did he say? So, where is this energy when I was chasing your brother through Miami, sending fake locations and ish? All right. And this is what Lil Crick said. And man's responded.
Right away.
Immediately. So, and he added it. He said, my nigga, don't you see your big homie is a fiend? Come sign with BFR. Let me get you right. Go crash out for a fiend, you waste man. And then he comes back with another one, right? Another one.
Double down.
Another one.
Right? At Lil Crick, nigga standing behind fiends, that's doing tracks with rats. Get yourself some new big homies. Yo, hold on. I need to throw a sound effect on that. Jesus Christ.
I love how it's like
scorch.
It's him saying like, "Yo, come over here because we can show you what real is."
Yeah, like,
you know,
yeah.
like, it's not like direct. Like
we getting paper over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Hold on. We're keeping it gangster until the gangster card get revoked. Get the F off my page, goofy nigga. Is just trolling you. Come here with your fed ass. Keep that beef talk in the streets. You don't see the whole internet trolling, but it's a problem when I do it. Holy. Where's this? And I'm not just doing this because we're here in Toronto and we support the home team, but he's right.
That's a valid clapback.
What are you doing, fam? Don't be clapping at the man them when we say something. Your big homie's a fiend.
And crashing out.
Listen, I'm not trying to have no beef with Florida niggas too, but right is right. Kodak Black has a problem, fam.
Yeah.
Okay?
He's done.
You have no right to be talking stout to any of your ops.
Anybody.
I don't care if it's BFR. I don't care if any of these Florida niggas you got beef with. Go to rehab, get right.
Yeah.
Because you look weak, fam.
Yeah, he's on Fenty.
Yo, fam.
He's doing the
How are you calling shots and you're a crackhead? Get out of here, bro. I ain't trying to hear that, fam. As a man who used to be in the streets, I'm not taking no orders from a crackhead.
Definitely not. I was
or a Fenty head. You crazy?
Bruh. The fact is, like, he probably don't even know niggas is stealing from him right in front of his eyes.
That's why they hang around him and they're trying to defend it.
Yeah.
But these guys are the enablers, bro.
They're enabling it.
Yeah.
They know he f***ed up and they're just like, okay, yo, we need that link.
If niggas is dissing your big homie because he went to jail again, at this point, you gotta kind of allow it, fam.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, and put that into the music.
Yeah.
And mind your business.
We wouldn't even know who the hell a little Crip is if it wasn't for this crackhead ass nigga Kodak Black. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, he ain't good. I don't like his music.
I don't hate Kodak's music. I just don't like the way he's moving.
I'm not talking about Kodak. I'm talking about the little Crip little nigga.
Oh, you heard his music? I even never heard a song from this nigga.
Man, this shit sound like he on drugs too.
Well,
but he on like heroin.
Bro.
He on like direct. Like he on the number 4 like that. Like he popping that shit in his veins type of shit. Like his slur is so slow. He sucks. You know what I mean?
These guys.
But I want to know why Bundog really Bundog must know something about him, that guy out there.
Mm-hmm.
He must be doing something out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For him to even respond. You know what I mean?
I think that's like, nah, fam, why are you even talking to us, bro?
That's what I'm saying. I get that too. Like maybe he's like, hey, this twerp. Who the f is this twerp?
Mm-hmm. Like, even if this guy was supposed to be the biggest shotter, okay?
Yeah.
And I don't know who this little Crip guy is, okay?
Yeah.
He could be the biggest shotter. Your guy who you're defending is catching mad L's.
The most.
Publicly.
Yeah.
TMZ's the one promoting, publicizing the L. It's not like the hood.
He went on Drink Champs. And it felt like I was watching the DMX Drink Champs.
I think it was worse.
Worse.
DMX's Drink Champs looked like he was sober compared to his Kodak Blacks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With RIP to the legend. You know what I'm saying?
And see, maybe that's the thing what they do to Kodak, because when he starts getting out of hand, right? They probably find him in his house walking around naked or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Idiot thing.
Yeah, like he all f***ed up. So they go, okay, arrest him. You know what I'm saying?
He would go on live sometimes and be all like fucking shit.
Tweaking.
Sometimes.
People, like just standing there like you know, like
tweaking.
looking weird.
Yeah.
And
tweaking.
His chat was always like, somebody get him help. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, are you okay?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it could be.
It was publicly known that this guy was like going through. Like,
so for him to just now get arrested and picked up like that means like somebody in his household seen him leave the house and they're just like, okay, perfect time, get him.
You
know
think so?
Yeah, that's how they clean him up.
I don't think his people care about him like that, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I think his people are just letting him crash and they're just holding on as long as they can.
That would take a level of like respect and care to be like, yo, okay.
Yeah, after a while, they're like, somebody, even a baby mom or somebody is like, okay, get him help, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I just don't think the guys are trying to get him help. The guys around him, the man them, I think they're just riding, bro.
Nah, because then he'll threaten them and be like, nigga, you need your rent paid? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so they can't. That's what I'm saying.
Or
they're
you
not
sitting
telling
here
them.
doing it with me too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like what the?
Yeah,
Nigga,
and,
now you
and
telling
they
me?
have to.
Yeah,
right? And they're probably cool with it. They're just like, listen, we got about 3 more years. We'll siphon whatever money that we can for ourselves. And then when he finally completely crashes out and we don't have him as a lifeline, we have our own little money on the side.
Yeah.
That's the stealing part that you mentioned.
Yeah. So
you know
then if there's really someone around him who cares and is seeing that, they're like, okay, get him away from all these people. Let him go to jail again.
Yeah.
And that's what will clean him up. You know what I mean?
We'll see.
Yeah. What's he gonna do? They're gonna put him on. He's gonna be in seg, man. He's gonna be away from everybody, so he ain't gonna have no chance to get no drugs.
Fam, I got a cousin, right, on some personal shit, who has been on heroin forever.
Yeah.
Okay. He's in his 40s now, bro. He's been through all of the jails and all that type of stuff, like Kodak Black.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He's been off of it and back on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a monkey.
It's hard to get that off a nigga back, bro.
Yeah.
So like Kodak Black, this might be the beginning of a long journey of seeing this nigga go through that. We might not see Kodak Black in a young, old nigga's lifetime at least get off of drugs.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But that nigga might not get off of drugs until he's like 50, bro. He's in his 20s now.
Yeah, but then he's not gonna have a career. He's just gonna be known. Like then, and if he's still rolling with money until he gets up to his 30s and 40s, my nigga, that's crazy.
Or he just might OD. Unfortunately, I don't want to wish it on him, but like,
that's what I'm saying. They're throwing him in jail. That's the only way they clean him up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For that time, maybe he's like 1 hour away from being dead. You know what I'm saying? Who knows?
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah, but so. On one side, pray for him. But his crew, they need to chill the fuck out. They need to shut up, bro.
Yeah.
Instead of setting your energy at BFR Crew and all that.
Go get your man right.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Go down to the rehab or the jail and be focusing on Kodak, okay? So that he can say whatever he needs to say to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I said, I ain't never heard of a little Crip till now.
Never.
You know what I mean?
And then I went and took in his music. I'm like, turn this bullshit off. This bullshit, dog doodoo.
Yeah, man. Fall back, fam. Fall back. Okay. Anything else on this?
Nah, I'm good, man.
All right,
it's actually touchy because he's a childhood star, you know. So it sucks to see him go down like that.
Yeah, man. I like I said, I like Kodak's music.
Yeah,
but like I don't like his actions, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's being actually very, very suicidal with his own life and
big time.
You know?
Also somebody who's on a crash out mission.
Utopia. An imagined place or state of things in which everything is perfect. But here at our Utopia, nothing is beyond your imagination. We offer an enhanced recording experience located in Eastern Toronto. With professional quality recording, mixing, and mastering, we believe that every artist deserves an experience nothing short of Utopia. To experience your own state of Utopia, visit utopiarecords.ca to lock in your time today.
Who was that?
Crip Mac. So for the people who don't know Crip Mac, 55th Street.
55th?
Right? He's a No Jumper character host. He's been popping up at No Jumper, I guess, over the last 2 years. He's a supposed Crip from 55th Street. I did a reaction to a video about him where he was like part of mad gangs
and just kept hopping around and shit.
Yeah.
Getting loped in.
But, you know, for the most part, people are claiming him in LA as part of a set, I guess 55th Street set. And he got arrested. He's been arrested multiple times since he's been on No Jumper.
Yep.
But this last time they're saying is going to be a wrap for him because he's got a gun charge on his head. Another gun charge.
Yeah, he beat it and then they hit him with the federal or something like that.
Yeah. There's supposed to be a video of
him getting arrested.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm on a No Jumper page. Let me go. Maybe it's on Academics' page. Mac might have it here.
Or it's on China Mac.
China Mac's page?
Most likely, because China Mac was there.
Yeah, and I have China Mac written here on the list here for the stuff here because it affects China Mac in a big way too.
Yeah, because they had something going on.
Yeah, people are kind of saying that China Mac was milking him. He took advantage of the fact that Crip Mac, they say is a little bit slow, so he was kind of leeching on to him and using that nigga to get some extra clout, basically.
Custard.
You know what I'm saying?
50.
Okay, here it is here. So Crip Mac facing 15 years in the Fed for a third gun charge.
Fuck.
They got all his paperwork up here. Did they have a video of him getting arrested?
Yeah, they did.
There's a still shot of him getting arrested here. Maybe it's on Twitter, but I'll put it in the video in post or in audio in post. But yeah, what do y'all think that means for the No Jumper universe now?
It's still good, man.
I think No Jumper is still gonna run as it would, but I mean, Crip was making it big right now. He was doing a lot for them right now in terms of like viewership. People are like really fucking with the comedy aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this time he aligned himself with people who stand on business. So while he's in there, he could at least receive something to still maintain himself.
Yeah.
Right? Before, when he went in, he was dealing with the 55ths. Somebody was holding down his shit before. Right? So it was kind of messed up for him. He didn't have no money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had to like get a bond, $1 million bond, and someone else had to, I don't know.
So you think he got money now to be able to get himself out?
Well, he got more. Yeah. Well,
I don't think he got money, bro.
He probably have a little bit of assets. Yeah.
I don't think so, fam.
No?
I think they've been using this nigga, bro.
Yeah.
I think Crip Mac doesn't have really a hold of all his business. He's a great character, I guess, for on camera and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even though like he kind of annoys me when I see it. With all due respect, like I'm not really into the 50 man, the
custard.
Hoover killer on his forehead and all that. That's wild, bro. However, that's maybe LA stuff, so I don't want to disrespect them.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But fam, I don't think that he was on top of business.
No, he wasn't standing on it.
Yeah, like his money.
I hear you.
Like everybody else was controlling his money except for him, as long as he has some 40 ounces to drink.
But sometimes when you're in certain situations, you'll see, okay, let's just say Adam don't hold him down a little bit, or China Mac. You'll see him coming online being like, yo, these niggas is custards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you saying Adam should be handling some of his legal fees? Ooh, that's a big question. Sorry, I didn't mean to put that out there for you there, Adam, but
especially if he's signed to a contract with him.
That's if they're signed. You might just have him as a work for hire. You pop in, you do some content for me, here's some paper, have a good day.
I don't think they're that as like close either.
He wasn't invited to the man's 40th birthday
I was
party.
Gonna say that, and he called him out in a podcast.
Another one.
Then he's trying to mess with Lena on the show, on the reality show.
Yeah, but they put him into that situation.
Yeah, but
right?
he's just like, I'm just trying to you know what I'm saying? He wasn't even trying to play the game.
And that was a good move too. Like, let's put Crip Mac into this show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So do you think they've given him something from that show? Even some royalties off of the...
No royalties.
Nothing?
No.
Nothing.
Upfront. Here's $2,000 to be on the show.
Wow.
Tops.
Wow.
How many people did they had on that cast? Like 7, 8 people, or if you include the people that got kicked off quick, maybe like 10.
Yeah.
Right. So give them, and I'm just speculating in the math. Here's two bills for you guys who got kicked off in the first episode. And then anybody who made it to the end kind of thing, here's 5 bills to be on the show.
Wowzers.
It's not like it's a 16 show season. It's like 3 episodes, fam.
Yeah.
There's 5 bills to be on that, fam.
Yeah, that's easy. And we're going to make $1 million.
Exactly. Crip Mac got a grand total top. Listen, I'm just speculating.
Yeah.
But a grand at the most because he's a more popular character. Like, here's A.W.O.L.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go buy an extra bottle of, Hennessy Black or whatever.
Old English. St. Ides.
You go get that St. Ides that was in the fridge for 12 years.
Those the best ones. On Crip.
Yeah.
On 55th.
On 55th. So 15
Custards.
years, fam.
Nah, they say
That's
that.
a wrap.
I know, but they say that, and then after, they figure it out. And
They bring it down to what? 5?
Yeah.
That's still a wrap, fam. Ain't nobody waiting to hear what Crip Mac got to say in 5 years, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You're not that entertaining.
I hear you, but if he does come out and he comes back, you might just be like, you remember this guy?
Yeah, he'll be one of those YouTubers that, oh yeah, him.
Yeah. Now I'm straight. So, everything Crip, but still, I'm messing with God. You know what I'm saying?
Crippin' for God.
Yeah, I'm crippin' for God now. No more that. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? No more that. You know what I mean? Pulling out bangers and, you know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you guys, if Crip Mac does have to do the time, which to be honest, be realistic, he's probably going to have to do some time.
Yeah.
What's the rebrand going to be? Or does he need a rebrand to be able to come back and get hot?
Yeah, he would need, and then you have to actually project what you reformed yourself or whether you got reformed. You know what I mean?
Imagine he loses the accent and it's just like proper, like.
Oh, like when Gucci came out of jail?
Yeah, just like.
And they, he's a clone?
Doesn't have the accent no more.
It's like, hey, my name's Crip Mac.
How you doing?
Hey,
with
guys.
no teeth still in the
55th Street.
And he still has the Hoover on his forehead and everything, but he's in a suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be a rollout. That'd be a nice rollout.
Yeah.
Right.
Blue suit.
Yeah.
All clean cut.
Right.
Yeah, you could be a preacher, evangelist type stuff.
Yeah, he'll be on some like Jesus Christ for sure.
Listen, man,
He should have his own podcast.
Right now, he's like Jesus Christ.
What he needs to do, and the thing is, having his own podcast would be good if he was able to actually conduct a conversation he's good as he's like extra, he's like Fries.
Third character.
Yeah.
You could put him on something where it's like you bring, you have a production team. And you put him in places and scenarios like a petting zoo or something.
Crip goes to.
Yeah,
Crip
you
goes
follow
to-
him around. He goes and tries some food.
That'd be sick.
He's like, can I order a Crip fries? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And they'll be like, no, sir, you have to get the French fries. And be like, okay, 50 bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I get 55 burgers? Sir, we don't sell
French, but
see, you cooking right there, fam.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe Adam and them should have jumped on that before all of this, bro.
Series.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why China Mac pissed, because that's what China Mac is doing with him.
Yeah, he was taking them to eat places.
Yeah. And they're going to games, football
Amusement
games,
parks and
getting into fights and shit. It's like, what?
That's the thing too. China Mac right now is hurt. He's probably like, damn. And I seen a video, salute to Point and Shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. They were like, yo, what's China Mac gonna do next? They were frying this guy, bro.
Want to become up to 30?
I was like, damn, but
China
true.
Mac.
Because China Mac's been known to be the guy on Vlad TV.
Yeah.
He was a rapper.
Yeah.
Okay. He went to jail for trying to kill Jin. Right? The battle rapper Jin from 106 in Park. Y'all.
That is crazy.
You remember that?
Yes,
that
I do. We seen him the other.
Yeah, he was at the KOTD battle.
They
Salute to
just
Jin.
filmed Crip Mac eating French fries and stuff, and they call it Mac Ventures TV.
Salute to Point and Shoot.
This is going to be huge for China Mac. It was going to redeem his career. He was going to become a famous multi-millionaire in his mind. All that is coming crashing down today or yesterday or whenever this happened. It all came crashing down.
He has the worst
and
luck
now
with this.
look at him. What's he going to do? So I got some footage that I want to go over that's alarming. And it has to do with...
So I want to fast forward to...
He's slowly, coming out of whatever place he was in and becoming a new person and growing into a better person.
It sounds like it's coming out one side.
Very rewarding to just experience.
Salute to China Mac. His audio though is kind of lacking.
Really positive.
Oh, it was really positive. Okay. So what Crip Mac seems to be doing is he's pandering to the positively minded, which
He meant China Mac.
People are most people like positive stuff. Most people feel good when they see positive stuff or something. I don't understand it, but it's true. And a lot of people do this. They go, I like the arrest. And this took for fucking ever to get to 22 minutes long. And so he finally starts talking about the arrest, and the
this guy point and shoot goes in on the no jumper videos.
Looked up at me, and he gave me this look, bro. Like he looked like a little brother that was just worried about something.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, I got to skip forward a little bit more.
I'm sorry. This guy's crazy.
They're federal officers. The federal officers gonna arrest you right now and take you to federal court because they're bumping up your case from state to federal. That shit made my heart drop, bro.
So he wants everyone to be like, oh, it made his heart sink into his chest. Oh my God, that's so sad. So he does all this pandering and signaling to close the video and finally say like, hey, I'm going to need help. Please buy all this merch. We're going to make a t-shirt benefit. I mean, this is really pathetic. Watch this.
Okay, so I'm going to stop.
Wow. Cooking up. He's capitalizing.
Yeah, because from what the homie from Point and Shoot is saying, and I also agree. Like Crip Mac, this was a great come up for him. Like, let me link up with China Mac.
Yeah. Let
me link up with Crip Mac. We both Macs. You know what I'm saying? And they were winning. You know what I'm saying? This is reviving China Mac's career because
and unity in the with the Asian and the Black community.
Yeah.
Seriously, there's a lot going on.
But I feel part of that, and with all due respect to China Mac, is pandering too. Like it's helping him to get an audience if he runs the positive move and hey, let's end Asian hate and let's bring all these communities together. That's a good thing, obviously. But people also use that type of stuff.
Yeah.
To just gain clout or gain monetization and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's money in being an activist.
But how far will it work if we can see that you're capitalizing off of this locked up Black man?
That's the problem,
so
right?
You're just a visitor trying to capitalize. It's not going to work, bro.
Well, listen, fam, we got to also, there's the other end of it. If China Mac was really being genuine about the way he felt about Crip Mac and like those guys were like really cool, then like, yeah, that's his homie. His homie's gone. But a lot of people ain't looking at it like that. They're like, damn, bro, now you lost your paycheck, bro.
You lost your paycheck. That's what people make it seem. And then it dawns on him.
Yeah.
So then he starts projecting it.
Yeah. Like in this video, he points out that he has a bunch of other YouTube channels and he's trying to focus on other things on those YouTube channels. But when you look in the short section, he has bare Crip Mac content.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's still trying to capitalize off of Crip Mac's name. Yeah.
But do you feel Crip Mac is bigger than China Mac in a sense?
Unfortunately, yeah. Even though China Mac's been around way longer, he has some epic, like I said, Vlad TV interviews.
Yeah.
He's more known for the Vlad TV interviews than his music.
Yeah.
The Vlad TV interviews helped him branch off and do his own YouTube channel and do the Mac Eats and all those different things that he does.
And when 80 busts his ass.
Yeah. That all helped. When he started getting intertwined in the No Jumper universe, that helped his channel's visibility go up too. And then when he linked up with Crip Mac, it was like cha-ching. Right? The nigga gets 15 years, he's gonna have to start over again. You're gonna see that nigga on Vlad TV within the next month, guaranteed.
Doing a cooking show.
No, just doing another interview because that helps you get hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I have no interest, not to insult China, right? But I really have no interest for him at all anymore.
Well, that's the problem.
In a sense of like when it comes to content, like he doesn't strike me anymore as somebody who's like his credential. Like every time I see you getting beat up, something's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I threw his whole rep out the window.
His name is kind of muddy now.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, maybe Crip Mac. I don't know.
Well, listen, hold your head to Crip Mac.
Yeah, hold your head to Crip Mac.
Because he is facing 15 years, and if the feds are involved, the feds have like a 98% conviction rate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not looking good for him.
Not at all.
This GTA, do y'all see the new trailer for GTA 6?
Yes, I did.
B3, you saw the trailer for GTA 6?
I did. It's actually crazy, bro.
Yo, it's fire.
Fire.
This girl came onto Instagram and she was like calling out GTA, saying that like, yo,
I want my check.
Yo, like, I want my check because this girl, the likelihood or how the girl looks in the
it
thing,
looks like the girl.
It looks like the girl. Yo, but they've been making the girls in the game thick, fam.
Yeah.
Thick, bro.
Thick.
And there was a reel too with like a bunch of clips of the states of different shots in the states, like people riding ATVs, a girl twerking on a car, and they were the exact like replicas in the game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're like really doing that real life engine shit, whatever AI they got going on in there.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And it has 134 million views in 4 days.
Yeah.
You wake up and see one of these characters in your room for real, dog.
It got leaked apparently from somebody who works for GTA.
Yeah, because they get mad. They got fired and got mad. That's what normally happens.
And they were forced to drop the thing. It's not coming out until like 2025.
Yeah, 2025.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys, as y'all have played GTA in the past.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure.
All of us have played GTA.
Oh, for sure.
Does GTA make you feel like shooting cops?
It makes you feel like just like breaking the law in a sense, because like
it's a free world.
Freely you get to do it in there with no.
But when you finally go outside on the road, are you looking at with the boy and I'm like, I could pop your head off your shoulder real easy right now.
Yeah, but that's insane because in the GTA game you get the stars,
6-star, and
you get the whole
military on.
Yeah,
yes.
They Swiss cheese
consequences.
There's consequences, my guy. And if people are now playing these games and taking it into real life, like,
no, that's crazy. Yo,
context, you're losing your wits.
I used to fly over the military base, drop down, parachute, land in there, steal a jet, and then fly around the map with a jet, shoot everything up. You think I'd be doing that in real life?
You wouldn't even make it. You wouldn't even make it. You wouldn't even make it.
Right? So now Andrew Tate feels that GTA, he speaks out about it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was watching salute to A.W.O.L and Preach. I get a lot of my information from them because they react to stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
They're saying that Andrew Tate and conservatives are outraged about the GTA thing because they're saying that encourages kids to want to shoot cops and do crime.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say GTA probably is a big reason why, like since GTA came out, like crime has been a bit. Probably the numbers have gone up in a sense.
You think so?
I would think so.
I need to see a statistic on that. Let me play all some.
There has to be a statistic on it. Somebody's got to be studying
to all
that.
the hype after the trailer for GTA 6 broke records yesterday. It's been the talk of the internet. There have also been people throwing out criticisms. And among those, you have the likes of the Tate brothers and Elon Musk, with Tristan Tate saying,
I'm not a fan of anyone under the age of 18, 21 maybe.
We love hip-hop.
Playing video games where the goal is to shoot police officers. I just don't think that's good for society. I feel like you could create a better objective with the game, you know?
Okay, and I'm not gonna play the A.W.O.L and Preach reaction part, but Elon Musk says, tried but didn't like doing crime. GTA 5 required shooting police officers in an open scene, just couldn't do it. All right, so Elon wasn't feeling it either. Y'all will agree with that? Like is it making, like, I don't think it's making kids go out there and want to do crime, fam. But maybe I'm wrong. Y'all are saying that it does.
I think it's a practice zone.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's practicing. Like, you'd be like, all right, yo, we're gonna run a drill. So when they're online, right? My little cousins, they get online and they team up and do like missions, dog. So when these guys are sitting there all day, mind you, if they were to really try to go do a drill in real life, they would miss it because of the fact they're so caught up into the video game, in the AI, in the cyber world, fucking running crime.
Yeah, same ways it's glorifying it, it's also preventing them from being out and about doing it in real life.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? But it does prepare you for those. If you do want to crash out one day, you might just take a scene out of the GTA game and be like, this is how we're going to drop it, man. Them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've done this a bunch bunch of times. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you've seen, but T Grizzly was on a podcast.
He has his own server.
He was talking about how he had a server, and then he was saying that like that he had over 70,000, or he had like bare people in the server, right? So he's like, we've even given people opportunity to like run their own servers and create their own shit and make like 10 bands a month, 20 bands a month off of this shit. Right, and that's taking them off of the streets. But in the servers, they're like running drills. There's like gangs. There's hoods. There's stuff. You know,
there's things going in.
There's whole things.
You have to meet up at the right when you're done work or whatever. You got
some of these guys take
some real missions.
Some of these guys like act like they're it's like virtual, like they're real. Like they talk on the mic. Like
they have their headset on.
They talk on the mic like they're in the game. Like they're the person.
Wow.
You know?
Yes.
Virtual world.
Yes, bro.
That's
so
crazy.
if they were to really, it's really to a real life drill, they would miss it.
Yeah,
because they'd be like, "Yo,
they live out."
Yeah, they're too busy playing the game.
They live out their days in the world, in the GTA world. Like I saw one video, one guy was robbing a random car that was just sitting there because it was nice. Yeah, got in the car and drove off, and then another guy was in the back seat, and he was like, "Yo, bro, I'm here." He's like, what the? Yeah. And he's like, yeah, I was just chilling in the car.
That's just sitting there. This is happening in the game online?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
People live out, they come home from whatever they're doing.
And they're just in it.
And they're in it for the rest of the night, just in a world.
Yeah, I could see how that could like be a good escapism to like keep you away from the things that your mind could do, right? But also, on the other side, your mind might not be on that type of stuff, and now you get to go into a world where all these different things are introduced, and you're like, hey, when I'm off that, like, it wouldn't be a bad idea if I could just go take this thing, maybe hook a chain onto this ATM machine and then pull it out the back with my truck, and you know what I mean? Like, I saw it, I kind of executed it in the game pretty good, and I turned left and I turned right. Hey, I might be able to pull it off in real life.
But is that
just playing devil's advocate?
No, is that Rockstar's fault for releasing a game that can induce that type of feeling, or is it the masses for having
those types of thoughts?
It's the parents. It's all in the parenting.
Yeah,
too. Like if you're
anybody with common sense wouldn't do that shit, but then
exactly,
you know. But then you have people who don't have common sense and
they're video game bad man. I call it video game bad man. Like, you know what I mean? In the video game world, they're the baddest man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And there's another negative, and maybe I'm a negative Nancy.
Okay.
Like, yes, okay, the man them are getting their aggressions out, and maybe the missions that they would have been doing in real life, they could just spend hours doing that in like the game.
Yeah.
But spending mad hours every day, like in some kind of simulation playing a game, is not healthy to me, fam. I feel like you need to go outside and touch grass, fam.
But you make money off of it, and boom.
If you're making money, then...
If you're making money. But then you have to stay on it to make money.
That's the thing.
It's a lot of hours just with the headset on and stuff like that. Your woman's looking at you like, can I get some? Can we like, what the hell?
Hold on, after this mission.
You haven't said anything to me in weeks.
Exactly. Like,
all
come
you do
on.
is go on drills.
Yeah, like
with the man them.
Yeah, like, pause.
Pause. You know what I mean?
I'm on 55th Street.
Right?
So
on Crip. Yeah, I'm hanging out, babe. Just chill. Don't aggravate me.
Exactly.
That's how what's his name? From Miami there. It was down with Rick Ross.
Oh, gunplay.
That's what happened to him.
He went too crazy on the games?
And then the baby mom was like,
oh, yeah. That was his last thing that happened to him.
Yeah, and that's why he's still locked up, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Over
she
video
threw out
games.
his PS5 or something like that.
Video games, bro.
Yo.
Bro.
Not the P5.
No, anything but the P5.
A house could be being burnt down. A man will run back in there for that.
My P5!
In there.
Did you grab the dog? No.
I wasn't finished the game.
I grabbed the PS5 though.
I was right at the last level.
Fuck.
House is burning down around them.
He's like,
did you grab the kids? Wait, what?
What?
2 more minutes.
Holy.
Just bottom floor, just caving in.
Still playing.
Come on, fam.
You know?
Nah, man. I just wanted to put that out there because I seen that being a thing. Like, what? I think Andrew Tate sometimes be trolling too. He don't believe what he's saying, but
put
he
him in the game too. I swear, like
he's in there too. I gotta rewatch that trailer.
Yeah,
put a character in there
for sure. That's why he's probably like pissed. He's like, "Yo, they didn't give me my credit."
Yeah, I think I saw something.
So I'm a slander this.
You need some lawyer fees money. Give him a check, man.
You know, or a voice, or he's a voiceover.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, salute to Andrew Tate.
But the game looks crazy though.
Fam, it makes me want to go get back in the games.
The graphics are mod. The maps. The just the density of the population of like the AI, like the NPCs that they have, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you think is better to play on, PC or on the actual console, like the PS or the Xbox?
Yo, I think the PC guys have it different.
They have it different,
but what they're doing is grabbing a remote and connecting the remote to the PC. So it's like you're playing on the P5,
or the Xbox,
but you're on the PC. The reaction time's quicker. It's just less lag, less interruptions and shit.
If you have a good server and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Holy, y'all really on that. I gotta catch up.
Well, you know,
the gaming. I feel like gaming has come a long way. Like it's more. There's more people gaming now because of the fact that you can stream.
Yeah,
you can be online and you can have. There's games now that are available that are more like huge lobbies where it's 100+ people playing in the same area at the same time, shit, you know? So
well, salute to the gamers out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Couple more things I have here. Big salute to Steamin' Hot Grabba with a variety of different Grabba flavors and dispensers. They got red rose Grabba, that red herring Grabba, and peanut butter. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabba, and use the code WeLoveHipHop and receive a discount on your order. Again, you can find them on Instagram, Steamin' Hot Grabba. Now let's get back to the show. Yeah. Y'all know who Trench's News is?
Yeah.
He's the Chicago blogger who recently... I guess he got $25,000 over a space of time to be an informant, or they're saying to testify in the FBG Duck case. Okay,
That's it. Wow,
that case is still going on.
They're still trying to convict the guys for that case. I think there was 6 guys that were in the case. Mm-hmm. And there's a whole bunch of things that were popping off after the headline came out that he had gotten $25,000 from the feds. Right. Yeah. And he was even doing interviews, like talking about, his part in that whole thing. Now, there's a more recent clip of the interview that's been going out with him giving the full admitting, like, yeah, I testified. It was me. You know what I'm saying? For anybody who was wondering. So I'm playing this courtesy of No Jumper.
I don't understand.
Let me rewind this to bring back to the beginning.
I end up getting on the stand. I got on the stand for Duck. I got on the stand. A lot of y'all be talking about for some money or something, bro. Y'all could be with the gang shit and all that until it show kids down. Yeah, I went to court and they rap, man. Like they rap. They playing the videos and shit and they rap, bro. They rap. They did that shit. They gotta face the consequences, man.
Wow.
But I couldn't get on live from the judge, so now I'm on live, man. Yes, Trench's News did. Trench's News took the stand, got on the stand. Yes, he did. Trench's News got on the stand. I got a chance to look at the motherfuckers who was taunting everybody. Lock, duck, goose.
Wow.
All the goofy shit on everything. The get backs. You hear me? Well, I was in court and a lot.
And one thing I want to give a salute to the Ghetto Report podcast, because they're the ones who did the interview with him, where he was breaking down the pieces of, he was breaking it down, I guess, the play-by-play.
Yeah.
But I don't think everybody got what they needed from that. So this is why he's doing this Instagram live, to really confirm, he's really stand on his snitching.
A lot of shit that they be putting in these newspapers. A lot of shit that
Did that stand on a business?
they be putting out there, bro. I had to
It's a
check.
type of business, I guess.
I'm not gonna admit to nothing that you ain't give me or nothing that you ain't did. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah. So that's his side. He's like, that was me. I went there, duck, goose. Whoa.
Wow.
Snitching with his chest, poking his chest out, snitching, bro. Holy. And the thing is that a lot of people were kind of taken back by this whole blogger. He's a blogger. He's following up, giving them play-by-plays on what's going on in the Chicago streets.
Yeah.
He's masked up. Okay. So he's like an anonymous blogger.
But we do know what he looks like.
We know what he looks like.
Yeah, that
right?
mask isn't really doing much, fam.
But at the same time, fam, that's freaking crazy.
Very
Like,
much so.
remember, as a blogger myself, like I'm out there trying to find different things that are entertaining to post, newsworthy. Sometimes I break a story. You know what I mean? It involves getting to know a lot of stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah.
People send you paperwork, all type of stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if in turn now you work for the feds, bro, you're literally sending all your information to the feds via a blogger.
Yeah.
That's insane, fam.
Yeah, you're working for them.
Like, fam, you could just be some random hood nigga who is like, yo, I like sending some information to the blogs because, yo, ha, ha, ha. And you're literally sending it to the feds because the blogger works with the feds.
Yeah.
That's unprecedented, fam. Like, we haven't heard of this, bro.
But it's still the same thing what people say when they don't see the blogger. Like the ones who who have pages and you don't see them, right? Like you don't
Niggas
know
say, yo, these bloggers are the feds, all the time.
Yeah.
But they don't really be them.
No.
They don't really be working with the feds. It's just, you guys are doing Fed-like activity by always posting about the man them. Right?
Yeah.
But you're not actually the feds.
But that's the same thing, don't you think he was going through? You're posting about the man them.
Yeah.
And then now
and you actually are the fed working with them. That's, if I'm the Chicago niggas, I'll be like, fam, this is what we've been saying the whole time.
Proves my point.
Bruh. But if that happened over there, okay, where else can this be happening, fam? It can't be only Chicago that the feds got to and said, yo, here's 25. What did you say in the beginning? That's it?
That's it.
Yeah, because $25,000 ain't life-changing, fam. Okay? That can get dissolved in your debt. And you're still like, now you're like, okay, I need another like $1,000 to go get fly even.
Yeah, no, it's not happening like that. You got to put that away for your funeral, nigga.
Funeral ain't gonna even cover that. You gotta cremate that nigga, bro.
Right? So now you just put yourself in a position of fucking scrutiny.
But who else and how much else are they paying to get guys to flip? Because they got this nigga to flip. The FBG duck thing pushed him over the edge, I guess is what his side of the story is. Like, yeah, y'all niggas can be all cool or whatever, and standing on business. But when your friend dies, are you gonna feel the same? Nigga.
Right.
If it's no snitching, it's no snitching. It doesn't apply to, there's no snitching except for when it's my friend.
No, I hear you.
I'm sorry, fam. Like, I'm not trying to encourage any street violence or anything like that, but codes are codes. If niggas are standing on business, the goalposts don't get moved because your feelings are hurt because FBG was your brethren.
See, you would hope to never be in that situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to surround yourself with people that might not ever have you in those situations. Honestly, it's hard, especially coming from where they come from.
Yeah.
Right?
Niggas die every day, B. I'm not saying that, RIP to FBG Duck.
Yeah, but he's not built. I don't think he's built to get the lick back. He's not built for it. Like that.
Trenches News?
Yeah.
But the thing is,
he's not built like that. He's not hard body.
Is he trying to get back or is like...
That's what I'm saying. He's not built like that to get a get back. So this is his get back.
Why didn't you just stay out of it? I don't know nothing. Yeah, I'm the blogger. Yeah, I've been covering this whole thing. You can't have my files. You can't have... If the feds are on him like that, like, let's give a scenario. Let's say the feds have been on him like, fam, we know you know what's going on in this scene. You know what I mean? Work for us and freaking, we'll pay you this much. He could be like, nah, fam, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He chose to snitch.
Because he's not getting no money off of what he's really doing.
Okay. Find another job, fam.
Damn right. I'm just giving you the scenario why he's doing it.
Well, he wrong,
you know
fam.
He mad wrong. But he's standing on it.
The man said duck, duck, goose, goose, duck. I'm like, yo, fam. And the other videos, he was standing on, like, yeah. He has a video on his own channel of him in the courtroom talking about, like, yeah, I testified. I'm going to be testifying in this case. I'm just saying, fam.
That's ballsy.
I'm going to reiterate. If they got to a nigga in Chicago the birthplace of the drillers. Where else did they get to niggas, okay? The United States is a big place. Canada's a big place. Okay? I'm not trying to put no jackets on nobody out there, okay? But I'm just saying, they can't just only got Trenches News.
Yeah, I know. But now who's going to come out and just say it like that?
Ain't nobody going to jump out the window like that, bro.
Exactly.
It was me. They gave me 50K. Nobody's saying that, bro.
The only person is like, who's the most like with it is like Vlad, and he's not even trying to get you locked up.
And Vlad stands on like, yo, these niggas have asked me for shit. I tell them no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They've asked me for files. He's like, I put out the whole interview. There's nothing else to give you.
I'll be real. This is in his head. He's like, this is my case, motherfucker. I'm policing hip hop.
But the thing is with Vlad, like I said, he stands on like, y'all niggas think I'm the feds, but the Keefe D thing. He's like, I asked everything that he put in his book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Vlad, as a person with a voice, you know, a lot of these blogger niggas, they're just posting. They don't have a voice to say like, nah, you might say I'm the feds, but I'm not.
I'm not.
Right?
Yeah.
Vlad has said multiple times, I'm not the feds.
Yeah.
And the feds have asked me for shit and I told them no. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a voice to actually be able to respond. A lot of bloggers are not going to they're not going to jump on no mics and be like, oh, you rappers, shut up, I'm not the feds. Because they're just posting, fam.
Yeah, you'll never
know.
Yeah.
Until a case happens. And he's the only one who's publicly saying, I'm helping in this case. There's probably other ones in the United States, I'm not saying up here, in the United States, who are testifying on cases and you don't even know. Another one. He's just the one who came out publicly.
So basically they'd be like a confidential.
CIs, yeah. But they're bloggers. They're aggregating all of this information, posting it up on the pages. People are making comments. The feds can go now look through the comments and solve cases.
Yeah, they do their, they're doing their Inspector Gadgets.
Yeah, and send the blogger some money for helping that shit move.
Cyberly.
Yeah, and then to finish it off so they can get their check, come testify in the case.
That's how they get you for you to get your check. Yeah.
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 And the thing is, because these niggas is faceless, you don't know who's sitting in the courtroom. Holy, another one. Spooky, bro.
Spook the shit out of you. Holy.
Yeah. I just wanted to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Salute again to the Ghetto Report podcast.
Yeah, salute.
For getting that story, for getting Trenches News on their podcast. And I'm not gonna say salute to Trenches News because that's some funny activity, broski.
Yeah.
Just to be standing on it. On top of that, you're a crazy nigga, bro.
So is that a narrative change for people who are sidewalk niggas who are in the industry? They gotta watch it now.
Started with 6ix9ine, bro. It's just continuing the narrative. You know what I mean? I got one more thing I want to bring to the table.
So the streets are a myth.
The streets are a myth, bro.
Just live your life gratefully and gracefully, and
it went from 6ix9ine to Troy Ave, to I'm sure there's somebody else in the middle that snitched that got their Gunna to now Trenches News. It's a trend, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a wave.
That's just what we know of, right? Other people have kept it confidential because they could pay the people in jail or whatever, right?
Yeah, but the ones who are public are not taking L's.
Oh, no. They're being rewarded.
2024 is going to be a sticky time. It's going to be the year of the snitch, bro.
You think so?
Hell yeah. How many snitches won in 2023, fam?
I don't know.
Come on, bro.
No. To a public appearance, yeah, they'll make it seem like they're winning, but every day they look themselves in the mirror, they're losing, dog. That's something they have to live with. You know what I'm saying?
When they look themselves in the mirror, they're looking back at a great skincare routine that they're able to afford now. They're looking back at the $100,000 chain on the bare chest with brand new tattoos that cost like about another $20,000.
Yeah.
They're like, snitching pays.
Yeah.
Ooh, let me put my hair back in place.
Yeah. When you walk out your hut and you got to look both ways, you still got to do that. You know what I mean?
They're now afforded the extra security they couldn't before. They're like, wow, I'm winning.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like 6ix9ine have gotten richer over the years, even though they're saying he has money problems now. But when he first came home, he was swimming in money, doing all kind of crazy stuff, bare 10 linebacker style securities around him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But then it's like it will run out.
It'll run out if you fuck it off.
Especially if you talentless.
Yeah. But that still was a W. Gunna has a #1 song. That's a W.
With Gunna's situation though, I have to see that now come to fruition. Like I have to see him now really understand and all that stuff. He did the one stand thing. I'm saying like go back and do the rest.
Testify.
Yeah, like something in there, man. It's like it's not gonna get to that for him. So we're gonna all have to hold our tongue back.
With
him. We can't really, if you really look into it, like, you know what I mean, number wise and all that shit. Like politically, you can't say nothing yet until Jeffrey says, yo, he did that. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man.
He out there getting the money back for Jeffrey.
Well, this all ties into the same thing that I want to bring up. The relationship between jail and hip hop and social media. Okay? I've been making this observation because I'm looking at a lot of rap careers that have been extended over the years. Okay? There's a lot of guys who are more popular even in jail than even on road. You know, top 5. He's been able to put out a whole album from in jail. There's K-Flock, all these different guys, or you know, and even old school guys, right? Heartless G has been able to put out music over the years.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's like a weird relationship that I feel that our public has with jail and social media, or just jail and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll post about guys who are in jail and get more views than mans are on road. Why is that, fam? What's our obsession with rappers in being in jail? And you know what I'm saying?
Shows your let's see who got the biggest cojones. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's actually it's kind of a slave mentality. It's embedded now.
Yeah.
And if we don't break that transit, like that trend, it will forever be embedded in our children too. And if we take it in our culture, we're not supposed to be around men all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. We're really supposed to be around women and raising families and villages.
That's
if
facts.
you want to say, right? So what we're doing is we're falling victim to society's slave mentality. Because then what it is that you're already born with a number, and you're already born. If you're black, sorry to say it like this, but if you're of any type of minority, if you want to say, you kind of have already an X against you.
Yeah.
So glorifying something that really isn't cool to be in that position. Because what's really cool about now this white man telling me to pull down my pants and cough. How would I feel about my brother being in that position? I don't want to know my brother's there in those positions. That's actually you're violating.
Yeah.
You know? So some people are very innocent that are in those positions that aren't being talked about. That's the part where we're missing. It's the man who's in there for maybe a crime he really didn't do. And us on the outside aren't glorifying that and saying, yo, get that man out.
He needs to rap. If he was a rapper, he'd have a bigger voice.
Bigger voice,
like,
right?
Okay, I'll give you an example of why even this sparked it to my brain. Like, Salute the Books, okay? There was a story that was popped up online about him getting cracked off range or type of stuff like that. And then he responded immediately. And all of this is like blog-worthy posting. Boom, boom. We got to post about it. But the thing is, the audience is still like interested in what Books has to say because there's social media to be able to extend the life of a rapper, even if he's in jail, fam. There's a lot of rappers who, if social media didn't exist, it'd be a wrap for them. Nobody would be able to, it'd be completely out of sight, out of mind. You feel me?
Well, if they left you with work, like if they left you with music, no, you'd be rerunning their music. It's just like when Pac went to jail, we're rerunning the album. When certain rappers, even in the 90s and 2000s, were going to jail, you see Murder, I was just rerunning his shit.
Yeah.
Waiting for him to come out. You know what I'm saying? And BG, same shit. So it's a little bit different. Yeah, you're right with the internet.
There's so much more stuff to listen to. It's going to be hard to keep up with your favorite rapper who's been gone for like the last 5 years unless he's able to communicate with you in some kind of way.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, yo, remember me? Or, yo, that story you heard about me, I'm on the phone, you know, being posted up on social media with my homies, doing a video of the phone just to keep you keep me in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but then you're putting more light onto you. How are you gonna do your time peacefully? If you then people are gonna be on you. You have an ex. Like I'd be like, you know what I mean? Let's get him here to stay. You know, let's try and make him stay here longer. Like, you know, you pick up an extra charge in here now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot to it, man. Like out of sight, out of mind, then people can't fuck with you really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're just standing on business because you think now the outside world is like being like, oh shit, he cracked off a range. That's like a issue within yourself now. So you're battling your ego.
Yeah, but if you don't address it, then like nobody's gonna mess with your music on road.
Whoa. No. Sometimes
because
the best way to
take L's. Your favorite rappers taking L's.
The best way to address something is not to say anything sometimes. 72-hour rule, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It will blow over because then the next day you responded and then the next day I didn't care. Because you're in jail, bro. You're gonna get into a 1-2.
Yeah.
So it's expected. Either, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good that you didn't get hurt or killed or anything. So yeah, show that, you know, hey, I'm here still. But brownie points, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really care.
Mans don't like to be taking L's publicly, fam. That's that social media,
I hear you,
fam.
but then that's your ego. That's why some people are in there because they didn't want to. You know what I mean? Maybe they didn't want to take the punch. They didn't want to take the punch in the face.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And then still, you know, you would have been okay the next day. But now you got to be ducking and dodging and looking over your back because you ducking for the police.
You had to do something.
That's ego, dog.
Yeah.
That's within yourself, my guy. So, you know what I'm saying? If you got it down, I'm telling you, you can't, not every battle you can fight and not every battle you'll win.
You got to pick your battles wisely.
Pick your battles wisely.
Yeah.
Because now you have to now prove, say, oh, I didn't crack off. That's another battle in its own.
Yeah.
That's energy wasted.
Listen, man.
So I get it. It's a young people thing too, right? And I'm young still at heart, but I'm still not an idiot, and I'm still smart enough to know like I wouldn't want to know my brothers. I have to be proving themselves like that from behind a cell. Like it still doesn't win for me in a common sense world. It won't win because you're still in the jungle having to fight that every day now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. So
yeah. No, but niggas be thinking like, okay, when I do come home, you didn't hear me taking no else. You know what I'm saying? That's the mind state of it. It's messed up, man. Listen, fam, we can go on about this all
anybody
day.
can make up a story though. So it's like,
let me know what y'all think in the audience, fam. Like, you know, do rappers need to keep catching W's, or we're not even gonna mess with their music? You know, can they disappear while they're in jail and then come back out? You know, maybe just stay silent on social media. You know what I'm saying? It's a seesaw thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to decide, basically.
Yeah. But then it starts with me and you who can say, nah, it's not really that cool, or you can say it is cool.
Yeah.
It's one or the other, right?
No, I don't think it's cool. I'm like, yo, listen, fam.
That's what I'm saying.
But I also understand like the other side. Like, I gotta stay popping, right?
If you see, the intellectual side of when you go to those places is who you end up around, right? So if I got now a rapper calling me from there, and then you're kicking me a freestyle, and then you're telling people don't come here.
Yeah.
That would be different. That's someone you can now take and glorify in a sense, like, yeah, free that nigga.
Yeah.
Right? He's repenting for his wrongs. You know what I'm saying? Whether he was wrong or right? There's some type of reform, right? Because you can't live like that forever, dog. You got to grow up one day.
Yeah.
You got to grow. What are you going to do? Be fucking 50 telling your 20 that your kid like, yo, B, I'm still out. Yo.
Bang out.
Yeah, it happens. And I know maybe there's certain fathers out there that regret that shit, man. You know what I mean? They end up in the same cell as their son or something. Now you're you know what I'm saying? Now you got to show this nigga the ropes.
I've seen it, bro. I've seen fathers and sons in the same penitentiary.
Yeah, fam.
It's a mad thing.
You don't want to be like, that's something you don't want for your children, bro.
Yeah.
And one day these men are gonna have children, or they probably already have children. You understand?
Yeah.
And there's consequences, bro. So you gotta, if you're not prepared for the future and rolling with the times of, you're gonna be a fucking number, bro.
Yeah. Straight.
And the way the world's going, bro, they might all start packing them niggas up and sending these niggas to fucking war. What the I'm scared of these people that got us in shackles, dog. Just like they brought us here, just like how they could ship you out of here.
Ship your ass right out.
I don't play with these people right now and all this power. You know what I mean? You gotta be thinking smart, little niggas.
Yeah, listen to your Uncle Dusty right there.
Get the fuck out of there, dog. And yo, don't trust them. Get out of there, dog.
Yeah.
You know? Get out of there peacefully and get the fuck on the road and do your thing. And stay away from them.
Yeah. Well, listen, man, hold your head to all the man them inside.
Yeah, hold your head.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
They got your mind, they got your body locked, but they can't lock your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's touch road, yo.
Yeah.
We love hip hop.